this graph is based on our behavior across live careers websites that we work with today. So this is real traffic. We track inbound sessions by source every month, and this is the through line. Traffic comes specifically from ChatGPT. So when someone clicks from ChatGPT into your careers site, you typically see a source equals ChatGPT parameter right at the end of the URL. So it's appended at the end. That's how we separate this from like normal search, paid, social, the lot. And when that source is ChatGPT, you're looking at real candidates arriving from an LLM. I said that correctly. Not someone who searched and clicked on an ad. So they ask a question, they got an answer, and your careers website was useful enough to get them over the line to be clicked. There's two things that matter. Obviously, firstly, this is high intent traffic. They're not browsing, they're validating. They're trying to decide if this is worth their time. If the landing experience is vague, slow, or full of dead ends, you're going to lose them fast. And then secondly, it becomes a trust loop. It's if your content is clear, structured, and consistent, you're more likely to be referenced and clicked again. If your story is messy and contradictory, you'll just lose them on that first click. So you lose future visibility, the same stuff that makes career sites convert in a better way. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah. So the tension here is, and there's some good news here for employer branders, but the tension is most employer brands are not being utilized. In fact, they're invisible to LLMs. And I think we're seeing a shift now in maturity of employer brand that's going from hype and marketing and great sounding phrases and taglines to something that requires a lot more strategy, something that requires giving the true give and get of an employee value proposition, to be super clear with what that two-way value exchange is, not just what's on offer in terms of the strengths, the benefits, and opportunities of your organization, but what you are asking in return. What does it really take to thrive at your organization in terms of character, personality, soft skills, as well as real capabilities such as resilience, learning, agility, and all of those things that your employees might talk about when they're describing the worst day, the best day, the typical day, and giving real advice on what you need to be prepared to give as well as what you get in the environment that you've got. And this means employer brand strategy needs to work really hard to be super clear on what are those common themes of the employee experience and how to articulate that in such a way that's relevant to the conversations going on in LLMs like ChatGPT.